Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Something really interesting over the last few days happened. I was speaking this morning to our Partnership Club tribe about it in terms of where did referrals actually come from? See, most people think referrals come from there being two people who want to share each other or want to be able to promote each other and trying to help each other out. And yes, that's correct to an extent, but there's so much behind the scenes that's actually happening that probably on a conscious level, you're not even really aware of. And I want to tap into it because if you get this part right, then creating referrals becomes so easy. And a lot of times you don't even realize that it's easier than what we make it to be. You know how there's some people you might go to a networking event or you might see them at a conference or a function and they've just got this charisma about them. We go, oh, they're so extroverted, or they just have so much presence, or they really know how to work a room. And that's sort of our cortex logical brain reasoning for it. But what they've really got is that they know how to create brain chemicals. And that's where referrals come from. Referrals don't come from somebody else, in essence, passing you business. Referrals come from you being able to create a certain brain chemical in another person. So we talk about referrals coming from pretty much there's three places that referrals can come from. They can come from our referral partners, they can come from our wider networks, and they can come from clients past and present. Okay? In essence, they're coming from a human being, aren't they? So what makes that human being then want to pass your referral? Well, it's a brain chemical. It's the way you make them feel. I hear people talk all the time around, oh, someone's got to know you, like you, trust you. And I mean, it's so shallow and surface level. Yes, it's right, but it's so much more deeper than that. I suppose the love of human behavior and neuroscience and primal instincts and all those fun things that I dive deep into tells me that really, unless you create oxytocin in someone, they're never going to refer. It's just that simple. So what's oxytocin? Oxytocin out there in the big wide world is sometimes referred to as the love chemical. Now, we're not trying to make our referral partners fall in love with us, but it's the same concept in that oxytocin makes someone feel bonded to you, makes someone trust you more, makes someone feel close to you. And when you think about it, obviously they're the things that need to happen if someone's going to put their name on the line and pass you business. If someone's going to refer you over to their friend, their colleague, someone who they already are fairly loyal to and there's already trust and bond between them, then they need to have that trust and bond with you. So when we come across and we meet various people, if we want referrals from any of those people, then it's about simply being able to go, how do I ensure I'm creating oxytocin with that other person? So the conversation I had with him this morning, and I got asked this question. So when I jump on and I have conversations with people, can I just do it over the phone? And of course, yes, you can. But then it brought up this whole, why would you do it over the phone if in the end you could do it over Zoom? Let's just quickly go through all this. Phone, you hear people's voice. That's powerful. Hearing someone's voice creates a brain chemical. You can become close off hearing someone's voice. Hearing someone's voice and seeing them is obviously next level up, because then you get to see the facial expressions. You get to feel the passion, the tonality, the excitement. It's why video is so powerful. Okay, so Zoom's the next level up if you're going to be talking to referral partners or you're going to be talking to your networks, doing things with clients. So at the bottom, we've got the phone call. Then we've got the Zoom call. Then we've got obviously being able to be with each other face to face, because closeness can occur when you are close to somebody. You can't create closeness when you're really on Zoom. You certainly can't create closeness just through a phone call, not to the same extent. So when you think about why would people fly across the country? Why would people fly overseas? To have meetings with other people. See, and they didn't realize what was actually probably taking place here. But the reason you do that is because you've got a better opportunity of creating oxytocin with that other person. You've got a better opportunity of creating that trust and that bond and that closeness, which then makes them feel like, yeah, I want to do business with this person. I want to help this person. I want to share this person. You think, and when you think about this, the nights out with people in your network or with clients or with past clients or with referral sources, and in the end, you get to share a whole bunch of different experiences. They're all creating oxytocin. So now the trust and the bond is a completely different level compared to just being able to do something on Zoom. So this is, in essence, what you've got to think about. And it came from the other week where I had someone in our network sort of reach out and ask, would we do something? And I sort of thought about it. I just, in my gut, I just said, no, you're not my type of person. We've had a few interactions before and they're not awkward, but it's just like, at one point you've got to ask yourself, do I really want to help this person? And then when I broke it down, I went, you don't really want to help this person. Why? Why is it you don't want to help this person? Well, it's because of the abruptness of their language. It's because of the lack of follow through. It's because of the communication style. And it's just not mine. And we're always going to get that in life. Everyone's not always going to be fitted and suited to every single person. And that's the way life should be. But if you really want someone to be able to help you or do things with you, then you've got to change the conversation that you're having to how do I get this person to help me to become how do I create oxytocin between us? And when you start thinking like that, all of a sudden, you're going to be amazed at the difference that can take place in someone wanting to help you. See, in today's world, we're just far too logical. Okay? We're rational, we're analytical, and in essence, say we shoot ourselves in the foot simply because we are too much in that cortex brain. And that's why so many people will find it hard to create oxytocin because they're in the wrong part of the brain. Okay? The cortex brain can't create oxytocin. The limbic brain does. The feeling part of the brain does. To think that you can strategically influence how someone feels in terms of being trusting towards you, towards being bonded with you, towards the closeness they feel towards you, therefore wanting to be able to do things for you. You actually have in your fingertips the ability to be able to do that. So change the question. Make the question now in your head around how do I bond and create oxytocin with someone rather than how do we create a referral relationship? Because the latter happens when we focus on simply oxytocin. So where do referrals come from? Hey, they come from brain chemicals. Because if someone simply doesn't resonate with you, they can't respect what you do. Therefore, you can't inspire them. Therefore, the game's finished. They're not going to want to help you. And the majority of people can't give you a reason to why they want to help you. They just do. It's a feeling. And that's because that's the limbic brain at its work. It makes all human behavior. It controls all decision making. And in the end, it's the brain chemicals within the limbic system that get everything done when someone makes a decision. So hopefully that's been super helpful. As always, if you found it useful, make sure you share this with one other person. Jump on our socials, and I look forward to talking to you real soon. Take care.